Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. I am Weiner Wayne once again, and we are going to go forth into the macro zone. We're micro, and everything else is macro, so we're going to go in the macro zone. And you can see, even we're as tall as little blades of grass, and the ants are huge, and everything sucks. But yes, in the last one, we went through the pumpkin zone, and we defeated that, pretty swift. Well, not that swiftly, but we beat it good. We beat it good. And we also were talking about what makes games good. Like what makes a good game? Because in the last one, I said, oh gosh, I said that because I was talking about the Wii U and how it gets a lot of bad rap for, you know, not being being as powerful as the PlayStation 4, and it can't run graphics well. Well, it can, but I think it gets a lot of bad rep for not having as good as graphics as the other two systems aforementioned systems. And I said that graphics are the least of the worries if you want to make a good game. And Nintendo, the Wii U anyway, can run graphics pretty well. I think so. I think, if anything, I think they're better, but that's my personal opinion, and I probably just, you know, lost my gamer card, or if there's such a thing, by saying that, but, I mean, graphics really aren't that great. Well, they're not needed, because look at the best games, best indie games, rather. Gosh dang it. There's a freaking block there, and I don't want to deal with it. Whoa. Look at the best games ever. Minecraft. Now, regardless of what your opinion of Minecraft is, it's a huge game. It's a very popular game. It doesn't have great graphics. In fact, that's one of the first things that turned me off about it, was the graphics weren't that great. But that's really subjective, right? Because the graphics are pretty good for what it has. Because it sacrifices graphics for having a good concept. You're playing through this giant world, this limitless world, and you can make anything you want. You can survive, play survival mode, which is awesome. The enemies that are in that game are well designed, and it has great music, and it plays very well. So, and let's look at another game like Undertale. Undertale is probably one of the best games of all time with Minecraft, and again, regardless of your opinion, most people would argue that it is. Because I know there's a lot of people that are in the minority. They don't like to. It's kind of like the oversaturation problem, that they don't like things that are popular that get talked about a lot. People get sick of really easily. It's a shame it's like that, but I think the social media age has produced that type of thought that if something is, you know, on the news a lot, if something is talked about a lot, then it's gonna get haters just because it gets talked about a lot, and for no other reason. Like, I didn't play Undertale until well after it was released, and it's not because I hated it or anything, but because I was just waiting for it, and all I saw was just these people hating on it, and like, they've never played the game. Like, I can't hate on the game if I've never played it. So I've learned that lesson with Minecraft, because I used to make fun of people all the time for, you know, playing that, because it's such a stupid game. It looks stupid. Then you play it. It's a lot different. It's a big difference than what you think it might be. So those games, again, aren't graphically great, but they have great concepts. They have great stories. Undertale has one of the best stories of all time, has one of the best soundtracks of all time, as with Minecraft. And oh my gosh, we're already here? Is this the first level or the second level? No, this is the second one, huh? Anyway, like I said, they're similar to each other, really, if you think about it, like Minecraft and Undertale. That they sacrifice graphics for good music, good gameplay, and good story. Again, Minecraft doesn't really have a story, but it does have a good concept, which those two, story and concept, are kind of interchangeable in a way. But, so you look at those games, and I don't even know where I was going with this. Where was I going with this? Oh, they're good. They sacrifice. Those are good. Those are prime examples for games that don't have good graphics but are probably some of the best games of all time. So that's why I say, you know, graphics shouldn't be considered one of the main things that, you know, people should find in games. It certainly should have a quality. Like, even though Minecraft and Undertale don't have the best graphics, they're still graphically great in a way, in their own way. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm like, for some reason I feel like I'm like going like against what I said before. You know, I don't know why, but I kind of feel that way. But yeah, because I said before that graphics are the least of concern, but they should be also considered for a good video game, even though I just said that they shouldn't. But I don't know. I lost my train of thought because I don't know. That's the problem with me. I lose my train of thought too. A lot. Like, way too much. But yeah. Going back to the Wii U though, I mean, a lot of those games are graphically good. They play well. The problem with the Wii U is that it doesn't have a great, well, it has great games, but it doesn't have an amazing game. Remember, you know, the GameCube didn't sell well, but it had some amazing games. Super Mario Sunshine, I loved it. Super Smash Bros. Melee, that's probably one of the best Smash Brothers. That and Brawl, I really like both of those Smash Brothers. Melee and Brawl. Super Smash Bros. 4, however, is not as good. Nowhere near as good as Brawl, and definitely nowhere near as good as Melee, but we'll get into that later. But it doesn't have that amazing game, and that's the big issue that plagues it, is that it didn't launch well. It didn't have any launch games, and like I said before, most people kind of wrote off the Wii U as it couldn't be as powerful as the PlayStation 4 or, you know, the Xbox One, so they kind of just wrote it off really quickly. And that's the problem. You have to have, like, Nintendo needs to realize that they're not the king of video games anymore. They're nowhere near the king of video games anymore. And if they want to get back to that, first off, they gotta stop, you know, being so silly with their monetization problems on YouTube, because not that it's a big deal, but, you know, people kind of, you know, don't look to that too kindly, especially when all the other... There's a reason why indie games are popular on YouTube. There's a reason why Undertale and Minecraft and Amnesia were very popular games, because they were able to get that audience of Let's Players, and the Let's Players that played those games were able to showcase them to the audience, and the audience is like, well, those games look awesome, I want to play them. It's not that, you know, most indie developers realize that power that comes with that. So they're like, you know, they're like, okay, well, these guys are showcasing our game pretty much for free. It's free advertisement, and even though they're taking money, like, we're making money, you know? So it's like, why not just have it like that? And we're at the boss already, so that went by really fast. I hope I conveyed my idea well. That's the problem with me. I know one of many problems with me, because I have a lot of problems as showcased. But I don't really convey my ideas well, or my beliefs well. That's why I don't like to get in arguments a lot, because I cannot convey those ideas well. But yes, that was an easy boss. We have defeated it, the macro zone. And now we only have one more left until we get to the castle. Look at those, 5 of them. So, I want to know what you guys think. I really do. What makes a good game? Do you think graphics are really, you know, really important? Or if you're like me, they're not as important? What do you think is the best thing, or what do you think is one thing that games need to do in order to have a good game? Because like I said, I think having good music is essential, and having a good story and having great gameplay is also very essential. I think those are 2 main things, but having good music really helps, because if you don't have good music, nobody's gonna really pay attention. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I thank you so much for watching it. If you liked it, give it a like. If you like me, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, my friends.